My lovely Virgos, if you would like a personal reading, my email will be in the description box. Let me tell you something, Virgos. Your inner strength is so powerful. You are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to tell you something about yourself that you may not know. Heartbreak pushes you. Anger pushes you. You are in, like, you don't take nobody's mess, and that's what it looks like. You just don't take nobody's mess. It's like when challenges come your way, it's like the superhero comes out of you. There's something about challenges or people coming for you. I have to say that. When people are coming for you, when people start talking reckless to you, when people start to treat you bad, it brings the superhero out of you, because you are on 1,000 for the remainder of this month. And you are on 1,000 for the remainder of this month. I hear put your seatbelt on, because you refuse to back down. And I don't really know who or what is challenging you, but something or somebody is challenging you, and it is bringing the superhero out of you. And what does that truly mean? You are ready to go to war. You are very protective over your children, and you're very protective over yourself. And the only reason why I say this is because I don't know if you're arguing with somebody and you are going off on them. You should have never done what you did. And this can be an ex calling you, and they can sound like really sweet on the phone, like, oh, I was just trying to see what you're up to. And you're like, excuse me, have you fell and bumped your mother? And then you're just going off. Like, how dare you call me? How dare you check on me after all that you've done, or after all that you put me through? It's like you started to see somebody's true colors, and you are not playing this time. This is you. It's, you know what, too, Virgo? Subconsciously, you could have called this person in. Subconsciously, you could have been waiting on this person, because you've been in your mind talking. Like, you know how people talk in their mind or have a war in their mind? You could have had a war in your mind with this person. And you could have made up your mind that as soon, if you hear from them or see them, it's on and popping. And honestly, you get that. You get a chance to confront somebody that hurt you, and you get to close the door for good. You do. The crazy thing is, some of you guys could have moved on already, because I see somebody in your bed. Like, somebody's in your bed already. So somebody's in your bed. Many of you Virgos could have moved on. So it's almost like a disrespect for them to even be calling you, because it's like, how dare you even have the courage or it's like the audacity for you to contact me after all that you did. Like, this is done. You know that, right? It's like you having to remind somebody that it's really over. All right. So for the rest of this month, and, you know, honestly, you know what it is too? This person could have chose somebody else over you. And it's almost like you want to be petty and throw it in their face, because you could have heard that who they're with, it's not working out with. And you know that they're lonely. You know that they're down and out. It's like whoever this person is, you know that they're not doing good. And it's almost like you want to throw it in their face, because it's like, see, if you would have chose me, if you would have stuck with me, baby, you would have been living good. It's almost like that. They would have been living good. They would have had a chance for a great life. If they would have stuck with you. But now you chose that person. So whatever you're going through, you know, it's like what they say. Some traditions say they made their bed, now they got to lay in it. And that's what that person is going through. It's almost like, be careful of this person, because when they reach out to you, it's almost like they're hoping that you will give them some type of advice. They're hoping that, like, you would stroke their ego and make them feel good again, because that is something, Virgo, that is something you used to do. You did used to do that. You in a way could have created this monster inside of them. They were used to you filling their cup. They were used to you making them feel bigger than what they actually were. So when they call you, just know that they're looking for this again. They're looking for you to make them feel good. They only come back to you when they're going through hard things. And you're going to notice, you're going to start to notice that. Like, they only call me when they're down and out. But where were they when I needed them? And that's what you're going to start to go. They're even fishing for information. Like, they could be nosy. You know, this person's nosy. It's almost like they want to know. You could have had an argument with this person. Suppose you was with this person, or you two used to live together. For some of you used to live with this person. You used to live with this person, and I'm getting distracted. What? What was I just... They used to live with you, or they used to spend the night at your house, and it's almost like when you two broke up, or when they hurt you, or when you found out about this third party, you could have made a statement to them like, you gonna wish you never done this to me, or you will never find another me. And you're right. So what it is, they check on your page, but they only check on your page to see if you are doing better than them. It's almost like a person who loves you, but never really felt like they could have been very intimidated by you. Like a person who loved you, but then also envied you. That can happen. That is actually accurate. A person can love you and envy you at the same time. They envied you because they found you to be more stable, or you had more than them. So it's almost like you was with somebody who was in a secret competition with you. So if they check on your page, it's just to see if you are doing better than them, or if you finally found somebody better than them, like you said, because you used to complain about this person all the time. So secretly, they've been trying to find ways to see if your life is better without them. Because the truth is, theirs is not without you. And it's almost like if your life was doing bad, then secretly they would feel like maybe you would come back to them and say, okay, I was wrong. Can we get back together? It's like they were almost waiting for that. But now that it's not happening, they might just hit you up with the, hey, big head. But deep down inside, it's because they're nosy, and they kind of miss you, and they kind of wish you were there to help them go through what they go through. That's a fact. That's what's happening behind the scenes that you don't know of, Virgo. Baby, don't tell me that you know this already, because you're going to tell me that you know this about them. You're going to say, I know they ain't doing You're going to tell me, I know they ain't doing good. Shit. Some of y'all going to say, I'm embarrassed to even say I slept with them. I'm embarrassed that I even know them. I'm embarrassed I even had kids with them. Some of y'all even embarrassed of them. Or but deep down inside, you just can't believe that they put you through what they put you through. That's the real truth, Virgo. Underneath the ego, because ego was just anger. Anger is covered up with ego. But underneath it, like if you would go beneath those emotions in your heart, it's like, yo, I effing loved you. Like I would have sacrificed just for you. How could you take my love for granted? That's the truth. That is the true raw feeling and emotion that you feel when it comes to this person. Is how mother effing dare you take my love for granted? How could you treat me like this? How could you treat or put me through all of this when I only tried to love you? Like you feel betrayed by them. That's what the real issue is, Virgo. It's like, why did they do this to you? That is your question. It's like, why? Why did you do this to me? Why did they do this to you? Let me see. Why did the cross watcher treat Virgo so bad? I hear many women. You know what it is? This person treated you that way because many women or many men, depending on the gender, it don't matter. Whatever they want, whatever they into, I don't really know, because in this generation, women sleep with women, men sleep with men, men sleep with women and men. It's just a lot of different things going on in this generation. So I don't really know. But the point is, it's like with this person, it's like they could not, I hear childish, like they were emotionally immature. Like they weren't where you were in the first place, Virgo. So in a sense, you could have settled when you got with this person, and that's why they treated you like that, because they never had the hands to hold you in the first place. Their hands were not big enough to hold all of who you were in the first place. You understand? So you were trying to change a boy into a king, or you were trying to change a little girl into a queen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you that. I don't care how old. There is 40-year-old men who are still in that little 10-year-old traumatized little boy. They function emotionally at a 10-year-old level or a 14-year-old level. It's just a fact. You can't speed up somebody's emotional maturity. You can't beat nobody or slap anybody into maturing. You can't cuss somebody out and then think that they're going to mature because you cussed them out. It's all about their life path, their choices, and whatever they're willing to do for them in order to enhance their growth. You can't do that for them. And I think you tried. I think you tried. Let me fight them. See if that's going to change them. You beat their ass. They ain't changed. Let me cuss them out. That didn't change them. Let me leave them. And it still didn't change them. Like you can't, there's nothing you can do to trick somebody else into their growth. And I think that's what you did. So they did that to you because two things. I hear loneliness controls them. And some of them were like a nymphomaniac. They're desperate to feel needed. Like they love the attention. The attention is actually what fuels this person. You know, some people can read the Bible and God fuels them, and the person who leads them could be God or the highest, whatever you call it. For this person, they are led by flesh. That means that they need minions to make them feel good because they don't know how to do it themselves. And this person doesn't have any real like spirituality behind them or any God, and there's nothing to hold them. So they're led by flesh. Baby, that was just a word. Baby, oh, I'm proud of me. That was a whole word. They don't believe in no God. Let me, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go there with y'all today because I just feel in the mood to do that. And this is for anybody, right? If you ever deal with a man or a woman that has no belief system, like I'm not religious at all. I am a spiritual woman. I'm a spiritual woman of God. If you deal with somebody that has no spiritual reference or somebody that they pray to, they're done. Why? Because we have the mind, the body, and the spirit. You understand? When you meet people, ask them, what's the last book you read? Why? Because books and education is what feeds the mind and what fuels the mind. It's what causes people to grow on a mental level. Yes? The body is what you eat. Your body is your temple. What are you putting in your body? How do they eat? Right? You're supposed to put your body with vegetables and fruits and blah, blah, blah. We all know that in this society, we have emotional eating. And sometimes people overeat because of emotional issues. But that's besides the point. I'm not going to go that deep. And then you have the soul. And the soul is fueled by like Bible scriptures and meditation. And like that's coming into, that's how you self-care. Like if you talk about like self-care, that's what it means. Like you fuel your soul, whether you listen to gospel music. And if you listen to gospel music, especially a song that hits you in your heart, you will feel chills all through your body. That's the spirit working through you. Yes? gospel music, even listening to like, for me, I love TD Jakes. People don't have to like him. I'm not, you know, whatever. But, you know, you on YouTube, you have your favorite pastor, or some of you guys even just go to church. But those are the things that will fuel your spiritual life. Meditation, you know, a pastor, listen to a sermon, listening to gospel prayer. If you meet a person and they don't have that aspect of their life, what? You better run. And I'm going to tell you why. There's nothing to fight off spiritual warfare. There's like, the spiritual world is crazy, and humans come with a spirit. Every human has a spirit. The only way that you can overcome certain spirits or certain entities is through prayer. You have to constantly guard yourself. Without that guard, you are vulnerable to temptation. You are vulnerable to lots of the wickedness in the world. So what happens with this person? They don't have no spiritual life. They don't go to church. They don't practice none of that. So their soul is just vulnerable. That means they need outside people to fill them. You're doomed. You're doomed for failure. You're doomed for like sexual addictions. You know, you're doomed for that. That's why this person did this to you. They probably don't even have like a father. They probably have no strong father to give them the guidance that they need as a man. They had no positive, real like role models to teach them even how to love. Y'all trying to make me go to church today. Who is it? What energy is coming in Virgo's life then? I hear staying away from certain people. You're tired of problematic people trying to come for you. You're tired of people, your ex is calling you or stalking you. You're just tired of it. You're sick of it. You're sick of it. But what's happening? You are so sick of it, but you ready. Oh my God. You are ready. So what's going on with you? Some of you, you have a choice. There's an emperor in your life. You're juggling. You don't know if you want to just be single and get the attention. You like attention. Maybe you want to just flirt, or if you really want to be in a commitment. This is what you're going through. You don't really know if you're ready for a commitment. And it's because, but I see somebody in your bed. Well, I get it. You're like, come on, loved ones. I still need intimacy. I still need some love up in here, but I don't know if I want commitment. Some of y'all feel that way. This is not for all y'all. This is for some. You don't know if you want attention or if you truly want to be in a commitment yet. Some of you guys can even be with or you could have been with another Virgo, you know. But I'm going to go into the extended and see how this all unfolds for you. Is there a third party? What's going to happen? What are they hiding from you? All right. I send you so much love and light.